him.
I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Smack-a-magab, it's time for the only news that matters on Black Sabbath Sunday. And Ian Gillan suggested that Black Sabbath was the most influential band from the holy trinity of British rock bands, arguing that there would be no heavy metal nor grunge were it not for Tony Iommi's menacing riff work. Most labels you come across in rock and metal music for the name of various subgenres to grouping of relative bands within one subgenre, such as the Big Four of thrash, aren't created by the musicians themselves, but rather than the journalists writing about them. It's no different with the unholy trinity of British rock, which consists of Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, and Black Sabbath. Ian Gillan tells The Sun in a new interview, he said, "We knew them, drank with them, and they put into words what everyone was doing. Something distinctive and identifiable." Each of these three bands, however, deserve to be part of a special pantheon, as they are all inspiring a new generation of heavy music in their own ways. Ask any metal guitarist from the past 50 years or so, any chance are they'll name hearing Smoke on the Water, Immigrant Song, or Iron Man as a formative, eye-opening moment in their youth. In the new interview, Gillan reflected on the massive impact of the unholy trinity. He said, "Three bands did something that have never been done before. They were putting into action all the things that have been building up over the previous 10 years. Even so, Gillan believes Black Sabbath deserves the most praise of these three bands, as their influence could be traced the farthest from its origins. He said, and to a certain extent, Sabbath were the most important because without them, there would be no Seattle grunge scene or heavy metal. What Tony was delivering in those early days was just awesome. It was so powerful." Of course, Gillan himself was a member of Black Sabbath for a short while, leading his vocals and creative juices in 1983's Born Again, an era which resulted in many underrated gems, but also was inspiring the 1984 cult classic mockumentary Spinal Tap. Back in 2022, Gillan noted that even though he loved working with Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward, the final mix on the album got in his nerves so much that he threw it out the window of the car. He said, "I was disappointed in the final production mix. I don't know what happened between the studio and the factory, but something happened. So that was a disappointment. Having said that, I love some of the songs on there. And THRASH is one of my favorite rock and roll songs of all time. Even more so because it's completely a true story." Yeah, I've touched upon that one before. And yeah, everybody, except for a few of us out there, have a big problem with the Born Again album, the way it sounds, where I have found people online that are like-minded, because I think that album is perfect as it is. Would I want to hear it remixed and whatever? Yeah, sure, and I'll even buy it, but I don't know, man. I highly doubt. I think that album would be better if it was cleaned up. I don't think that album deserves to be cleaned up. I think it should be dirty, grimy, as is, man. I think the sound perfectly describes the music. It's perfect the way it is, but I know the band didn't intend for it to be that way, and neither did most of you listening now, because a lot of you are, disappointed. you know, in it. And just about everybody, including me, wants Tony Iommi to remix it, whatever it. I just want him to do it so I can get another box set, and it's to Born Again, you know, because I want The Fallen. I hope they add The Fallen to it, because I have that, you know, that CD that came out like a decade or so ago that has The Fallen and the live, I think it was the Reading Festival and stuff like that. Man, I love that Born Again album. I've said it many times. I think it's the best album that Black Sabbath did after the 70s. And yes, I would put it over to like Technical Ecstasy, Never Say Die, which I love those albums. And I love the Dio albums too, but there's something about Born Again. It's kind of like an anomaly. It's just so, to my ears, perfect. Disturbing the Priest is scary good. I don't think there's ever been screams that awesome ever caught on tape in the studio than what Ian Gillan does on that song and throughout the whole album. As far as him saying that Black Sabbath is the most important, most influential of the Unholy Trinity, yeah, I guess so. But were they bigger than Led Zeppelin? No. Led Zeppelin was a stadium band, you know? And as far as them being more influential than Led Zeppelin, you know, I kind of think they are, but at the same time, jury's out, man, because Led Zeppelin were extremely, you know, influential, especially John Bonham. You know, that guy inspired so many damn drummers. It's sickening. And he is pretty much my second favorite drummer, right behind the great Bill Ward. That, I think, is the greatest drummer ever. Listen to what he does in Sweet Leaf during the solo. Insanity, man. But yeah, they're all awesome. And Deep Purple, influential as well. And yeah, my favorite Deep Purple is Mach 2. And I pretty much love every lineup of Deep Purple. Love it. I love Come Taste the Band. I love them without Blackmore, Morse. The new album that, you know, Equals One. I think, man, it's pretty much their greatest album since, I don't know, Battle Rages On. You know? Not to take nothing away from the Morse albums, because I love them all. Even Bananas, I think they were all great. I love Abandon. You know? Just great stuff. Whoosh, the last one they did with Steve Morse, is awesome. But to me, man, In Rock is the greatest Deep Purple album. And I love Fireball. I love Who Do You Think We Are. I love Perfect Strangers. Yeah, I don't love House of Blue Light that much, but I love that song, Bad Attitude, because that's a badass song, man. So Deep Purple, man, awesome band. All three of them are awesome. Of course, Black Sabbath would be my favorite because they're my favorite band of all time, man. 70s Black Sabbath cannot be touched record-wise. Volume 4, to me, is like a drug. I don't need to take drugs. All I need to do is listen to Volume 4. Or Sabotage, Technical Ecstasy, Never Say Die, Master Reality, Paranoid, first album, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. They're all amazing albums. Such an amazing band. And yeah, I kind of see how they would be the most influential. Not the most popular, but definitely the most influential band of the three, I would say. And what a trinity. Holy moly, man. Zeppelin, Sabbath, and Deep Purple. Amazing stuff, man. That's why, to me, the 70s ruled. They spawned that, you know? Plus so many other killer bands, killer movies, killer TV shows. Man, just killer times. The 70s was the best. You know, I was born in the 60s, raised in the 70s and 80s. 70s, I was a little kid enjoying little kid stuff. 80s was time to party. And my God, there was no better partying than there was in the 80s with the great arena rock shows and what have you. But anyway, there you go. That's the only news that matters. I want to thank you all for watching. And leave your comments below. Who do you think is the most influential? Do you think maybe it's Zeppelin? Or Deep Purple? or Black Sabbath? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks again for watching The Only News That Matters. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Ring that little notification bell, and in case you are subscribed, please check to see if you're still subscribed, because people keep getting unsubscribed for no reason, and it's pissing me off. So please come back and subscribe if you've been unsubscribed, okay? And like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, and Led Zeppelin, and smack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.